happens, but the minister very, very active. When we talk about our minister, we're talking about our minister in terms of media. Honorable Muswere Makadini.
Triple Makadini, Miss Red.
Tinofara kana tiri kuonai manga mazviplana here kuti muda kuti surprise and muda kuti ita catch off card.
No, I indicated on the date of my appointment that I'm a media minister of all media houses.
So far, what's your sentiments about this year's edition of the agricultural show?
Miss Red, this year's exhibition did not only improve in terms of size, but also in terms of the magnitude and number of institutions that are exhibiting in the 2025 agricultural show. But also the theme resonates well with what is taking place in our country.
Building bridges.
We're building bridges. We are connecting agriculture to industry and to the community. But there's been a lot of positive achievements under the leadership of President Mnangagwa in the agricultural sector. You know, we've had one of the worst droughts in the past 4 decades that we experienced last year. And we managed to overcome that, mainly because of the interventions that His Excellency the President, Dr. Mnangagwa, has managed to institute. And with the infrastructure side, the policy interventions in terms of revising the agroecological regions, which had last been revised in the 1960s.
Wow.
And we now revised the regions in terms of the rainfall patterns, in terms of the environment, in terms of land management, and also in terms of the generality, in terms of the weather conditions. You know, we've been affected by climate change in Africa.
Very much so, yeah.
Mainly. So a number of interventions have been put in place. The infrastructure side of things in terms of the damming infrastructure, which has seen us, His Excellency the President, commissioning the Tokwemkosi Dam, the Marovanyati Dam in Manicaland Province, the Mchekeranwa Dam, and the ongoing works, the Kundri Dam, the Gwaishangani Dam.
Right.
All these infrastructure initiatives in terms of damming infrastructure and many other way dams across the country in order to support agriculture and ensure that the damming infrastructure on its own has become the economy in our country, thereby contributing to the total transformation of the agricultural sector, which moved from less than $3 billion pre-new dispensation to more than 12 billion in terms of size. But also the revival of the agricultural sector is also supported by many other initiatives, including the irrigation conference facility, which brought together industry, the community, and agricultural experts in order to support agricultural activities in our country, in order also to augment productivity within the agricultural sector. That also brought and put in place a number of finance mechanisms in order to support agriculture. But at the same time, one of the most important game changers was the success in terms of the engagement, the re-engagement strategy, pioneered by His Excellency the President, Dr. Mnangagwa, with many other countries in order to support the mechanization of agriculture, of the John Deere facility, the FC facility, the Belarusian facility, which has been a game changer, supporting women and youth and many other farmers, be it small-scale farmers and commercial farmers. But also the success in terms of the Belarusian facility, which is now moving into dairy now to support livestock and milk production in our country. So all these changes brought about by the new dispensation in order to support agricultural activities. We realized just after the land reform program in the year 2000, we had about 2,000, less than 2,500 tractors, but now we've registered more than 15,000 tractors as part of the mechanical power to support agriculture. But on the technology side, in terms of ICT and the use of artificial intelligence, in terms of the new ICT policy, the importance that has been registered also includes the fact that we now have smart agriculture as an initiative to support inputs, processes, and outputs, equipping the agricultural extension officers with gadgets and with an agriculture information management system platform that is being developed and is almost reaching finality. But the first phase is done in terms of water information management systems, livestock information management system, and land information management system, but also the introduction of the application on our smartphones in order to augment the agricultural activities in our country. So all these interventions have then ensured that the exhibition that we are witnessing is the last mile in terms of the tertiary industry, is that this is where domestic and international markets meet.
They meet, yeah.
Dealers also meet, manufacturers also meet, communities also interact with agricultural experts, nutrition experts also come into play in order to augment
the efforts that are already
the government has put in place.
Yeah.
So all this is part of an ecosystem that has been totally transformed under the leadership of President Zimbabwe.
I'm actually quite grateful because he's a man full of knowledge. He knows Zimbabwe, and I think because of the portfolio that you're under, you actually have to know everything and kind of put it all together. So it's very important that we actually support the efforts. And Ministry of Information, Publicity and Broadcasting Services, that is the minister, just breaking down his thoughts around what's going on at the Zimbabwe Agricultural Show, the efforts that are being put forward by His Excellency the President as well as the government, and how it all comes together with the theme that is for this year, bridging the gaps, or gapping the bridges, which is the theme.
Bridging the gaps, connecting in agriculture, industry, and the community.
It's bridging the gaps. That's the theme for this year's Zimbabwe Agricultural Show. Minister Tendai, thank you so much, and the efforts that you're putting towards our ministry in growing us and making sure that Zimbabwe knows exactly what is happening in all areas of the country.
Thank you, Ms. Red. And always remember that so ZFM has a role to play in order to support agricultural transformation in our country. You have the responsibility to inform, to educate the nation, and to realign national consciousness towards agricultural growth and sustainability, and that it is our responsibility